everybody, Jim from Jim's Coleus to Coleus. I know it's been just a couple of days. Got some rain. This is beautiful. This is perfect. Got some rain, light rain. Now I'm in New Jersey. We're expecting some heavy rain this weekend, Mother's Day weekend. But today, right now, it's Friday. We got a light, steady rain, no wind, perfect. It's 55 degrees, a little bit chilly, but not cold wind that can damage your Coleus. So what I'm doing is slowly, little at a time, putting my Coleus out, get some of this rain, which does wonders for it. Just gonna keep them out for about 20 minutes at a clip, get them hardened, continuing the hardening, get that rain, which does wonders for your Coleus. There's nothing like rain. You can water your Coleus indoors all day long, but there's nothing like putting it out, putting your Coleus or any house plant for that matter out and get them a little rain. And also, I just received my Rosy Dawn order. Every year I order between 6 and 12 Coleus from Rosy Dawn Gardens. They're a supplier of live Coleus. Highly recommend them. Beautiful, beautiful plants. Just got them. We're potting them. We're going to feature a little of how I pot them and these beautiful, beautiful Coleus. So let's get started. Real quick video today, and hopefully enjoy your weekend and happy Mother's Day to everybody. Thank you all for following my channel. I really appreciate it. So let's go and look at the Coleus. Okay, so I want to get my 10,000 steps in. So what I do is I do 3 or 4 trays at a time. So we have them out here. Again, it's a nice, even, misty rain, no wind. Gets them out into the elements. And again, this rainwater does wonders for the Coleus. Look at the beautiful, beautiful color. And again, I have my Boston fern. I bought this about 5 years ago through Amazon. And it's really, I've already potted it. I think 2 years ago I upgraded it from a hanging basket to a larger pot. And I'm going to, this year, move it to the final large pot. Because I really want this thing to be a mammoth. Ideally, these are great hanging. But anyway, Boston fern, they love moisture. I recommend, again, get these out. Give them a nice shot of rain. This is so beneficial for them. Of course, I fertilize with general purpose plant food. I do have a video, if you look through my videos, on this Boston fern and the benefits of having them in the house. But again, perfect ideal conditions to get your Coleus out. And again, it's around 55 degrees, and I won't leave these out for no more than 30 minutes, just to give them a good shot of rain. But we don't want to overstress them. 55 is still borderline comfortable, borderline for me. These are fairly hardy at this point. As you can see, there's a little bit of wind, and this is all beneficial to the hardening process. Okay, so I had hoped that I can get this done outside, but unfortunately the weather dictates what I do and the amount of time I have to do between my regular work job, and life in general. So we're going to be potting these indoors today, and we'll get these into the greenhouse. I just did not get a chance to get my plants out into the greenhouse, and it doesn't look like this weekend is going to be the weekend to do it either, because we're getting very heavy rain here in New Jersey. But anyway, here are basically what I do. These are larger versions of the soft pots that I use to grow my Coleus in, and I have a number of these. So when I received these plants, these are live plants. I received them late yesterday afternoon, and I had to get to work. So what their instructions are is you when you receive them, and again, Rosie Dawn Gardens, very interesting. They come in these tubes, almost like corrugated paper towel tubes. They're gently furled up, and the root ball is wrapped in plastic. And what you do is, if you cannot get them right into pots, you do is find a container, add about an inch of water to the bottom, unwrap the plastic, and drop the Coleus in to the water, and then they'll be fine. It's been almost 24 hours. They recommend an hour if you can't get them into pots, but again, I only have so much time. They're fine. They all look really well. We're getting them into the pots now. But you just put them in water and let them sit until you can get them into pots. But get them into pots right away. It's in the event you do get this situation where you order live plugs and you don't have the time to pot them right away, you can buy yourself some time and put them in water. Just don't fill the water up, because you don't want to erode the whole root ball. So just enough, just about an inch of water they recommend. They look really well. So again, this year I didn't have any fishnet seeds, so I ordered myself some fishnets, just a few varieties. I love Saturns, probably one of my favorites. I got a Saturn, and these are Saturn rings, which are really just a variation of the Saturn Coleus. So I got a number of Saturn rings, and I got some Defiance. There we go, there's some Defiance. So I got a handful of Defiance, a bunch of Saturn rings, and fishnet stockings. We're gonna pot these, and I did get one other new variety, and that is the Madeline. And this is here we go, Rosie Dawn Gardens. They take orders. They start orders in mid to late January, and you can choose your delivery date. So I had them, I paid for them, prepaid for them, and they were delivered yesterday. So here's a Madeline. Again, fishnet, again, Saturn in a yellow-green pot. Looks perfect. And again, a Madeline. And these will do really well. I've had great luck with all of my plants. I've been buying plants from Rosie Dawn, and I try to expand my Coleus variations every year. I'll get one or two, and this will be the new version I got this year. Again, I get legal to propagate Coleus, unpatented legal to propagate Coleus. I suggest go to their website. They're very informative, very helpful people. They have a great website, lots of information about Coleus, and they ship all over the United States. I don't believe they ship internationally, though. And this is an even better pot. I only have a handful of these pink, but as you can see, this is the excitement. This is where I really enjoy, and this is where my videos will get more and more exciting, when we really get out and start making pots and getting outside, getting out into the sunlight. Really beautiful. So I just filled up 12 containers. Get these into pots, and of course some of these are going to go into larger planters on my property. I may sell one or two, but I don't buy these at Rosie Dawn's for resale. I buy them for my own collection. Okay, so here we go, real quick, real simple. This little I dig a nice deep hole. I sprinkle a little of the Osmocote at the bottom, a little bit on the soil, just so you know, just as a refresher how time release fertilizer works. It works as the temperatures change. Once it starts to really warm up and you're adding water, it breaks down a little faster. So as we get into the summer and warmer weather and you water, the coatings on the little pellets start to break down, and that's how it slowly releases fertilizer over time, as opposed to just watering it and having it melt and disintegrate and feed all at once. It slowly feeds. So just put the root ball down below, make a nice hole down below. I sprinkle a little bit in there, make a nice little, again, this is nature, so it doesn't matter if it's leaning over a little bit. You do what you want. Your plant's going to move anyway with time. And then I make sure I just gently make sure it's in there well. And then we just start filling it up. Now, what you could do with the Osmocote, again, is just sprinkle a little bit, and then you can cover, because I mean, most people really just sprinkle it on the top and then it gets watered, but if you read the directions, it recommends it being mixed into the soil. So we get these going here. I like to pack it down a little bit, make a little moat. I mean, the water's gonna make it, you know, water does what it wants with the gravity and so forth. So, but that's it. We'll give it a little water. This is this is that Miracle Grow potting mixture. It's pretty moist still from when I picked it up. So let that drain a little bit. And there you go. Beautiful Saturn Coleus. I love these. These are just so beautiful. Coleus are beautiful. There's so many beautiful, beautiful varieties. But I get these every year. I just keep trying to propagate them. I ran out of seeds. I've sold a lot of the seeds. But I like buying these, again, from Rosie Dawn. Beautiful, beautiful Coleus. All right, here's a bunch potted already. When you get your live plugs in and so forth, again, this is specifically Rosie Dawn's. You may get a few leaves that are damaged. I mean, they're just naturally burned a little bit, or just from shipping, or just when they ship them. I mean, they grow hundreds. I mean, hundreds, so many more Coleus than I do. But regardless, you see any damaged leaves? I just trimmed one off of the Defiance. If it's kind of sticking out here, these are just temporarily in this tray, but trim as you need. Again, at this point here, you see all that undergrowth coming in. Keep them trimmed. I'm going to keep these pretty much at this point. This is a good height. I'm going to keep trimming this top here. Not all of these here are going to stay in these pots, but not all of these are going to stay in these pots. They're going to be put into larger pots or what have you. You may say, geez, that's a lot of extra work, but you know what? I have 600 other plants I got to take care of. I need to get these into pots. That's why I use these little, again, these soft planters to get them in the soil, get them established, and then in another month or so, when I go over all of my plants, then I decide what I'm going to do. But I need to get these into soil. There's a few that just came in. You see they got some water. It's not going to damage. Now, if you missed, I don't generally mist my Coleus, but if you mist your Coleus with tap water, you may end up getting spots on the leaves. That's the calcium or the chemicals, whatever your municipal water has a lot of, may dry, and any kind of chemical that's in your water will dry and possibly stain your leaves. So I don't generally mist my Coleus leaves. So we really need to get out into the greenhouse. I know I've said it a few times, but they really need to get out. And hopefully, I'm hoping Monday or Tuesday of next week, when the weather, unless this weekend I get a break in the rain, but it really looks like next week. But again, there's no rush. We got plenty of growing time here in New Jersey. Plenty of time to get these growing for the farmer's market. Okay, so we'll leave this one out for a while. I had this out the other night, overnight, and it got into the 50s and it was fine. It's really where just about beyond the frost state here in New Jersey, so it's pretty safe. Okay, so again, a real quick video just to help you guys out. Lots and lots of growing to go. So continuing your hardening. If you're following along, if you're at the point I'm at here, get your Coleus hardened by now. It's been 2 weeks or so. You can, as long as your day and night temperatures are above 65, you can plant your Coleus out into the ground or put it in pots and leave your pots outside, as long as you did the proper hardening. So, okay, stay tuned. Happy Mother's Day, everybody, and we'll see you next week. Hopefully we'll get into the greenhouse, and then that's when the real fun happens. Thanks for following, everybody. Have a great weekend. Happy Mother's Day.